the science of agriculture, the land, the seeds, and the man.
Agricultural survival.
They have represented me with the worst image, but I know without a doubt that it's because of your lack of knowledge. Foresight, they don't have to see distance. That's why they're living in ignorance.
The man.
I Selassie, I say, any country that use.
Hi, I'm your host on What Matters at the Roundtable, Stanley West McPherson. February the 12th, 2019. Yep, we're live. We're on Pegasus, Channel 13, Spectrum TV Cable Network. We're live in the studio, 7:30. You can call in tonight. Our phones are working. Area code 607-272-0319. You might have something to say, or you might want to get in on a discussion tonight. But if you miss tonight, you can pick us up on 6 days a week now. At the bottom of your screen, we have the broadcast, so it's at your choice. And we're working around your schedule. So, hey, you can catch us at any time. We're also on social medias. Okay, we're on YouTube. We got a YouTube channel. We're on Google, Facebook. We're on Twitter. Yes, we're on Twitter. And we're on all Instagram and any other media that they allow us to put our stuff on. Guess what? We're there. Okay? So, hey, check us out. Because everything we say to you is correct and true. Also, we want to give shout outs. We have Sophie, one of our crew members, and she's at Oregon. Yep, hey. And she's over there doing work, school work, hey. So she's over there, and we just want to give her a shout out to let her know that, hey, do well. Okay. Also, we have Irene, a crew member, and she's in London. All right, and she's doing schoolwork. Hey, so hey, listen, do you, Irene? So hey, this is what we do. We give people shout outs all over the world. We also met Ben from France Friday, and he was from France, and guess what? He wanted to know about our show. So we sent him a direct link as he was sitting right with us eating. We gave him a direct link, okay? And he was going back to France, okay? So, hey, he took our program with him, all right? So it doesn't matter where you at. We can get it to you. Okay, and so we let people know, we give them shout outs all around the world. Don't matter where you at. We got Roy in India, okay? We got Pimplia in Australia, all right? We have DJ Hannah B, yes, and she's in Portuguese, okay? So, hey, it doesn't matter where you at, all right? Senna, and she's from Turkey, and she goes to school here, getting her PhD from Cornell University. So I told you, we go all around the world. Nothing stops this broadcast. Okay, so we are letting you know that, hey, our shout outs continue. Okay, we got Sunshine from Baltimore, Maryland. We got Rosenthal S. from New York, New York. We got Kendra H. from New York. Hey, MS, VVS, and she runs all around London. We got Lisa. She went to, St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, okay, for her birthday. So we want to let her know that, hey, listen, go ahead and enjoy your life and live it. Okay, because, hey, we don't know what tomorrow's bringing, and we'll get to that and later on in the program. But right now, hey, listen, go ahead and Lisa, and happy birthday. Enjoy yourself. And don't forget, get a direct link. Okay, you can get it and link up with us and subscribe with us and get on the train because, hey, that's what we do. Okay, my grandbabies, give them a shout out. They're doing good at school. They need to keep up the good work. And also, everyone that we call on and that we read and stay, with them in this fight, okay? And we encourage people, whatever they doing, do good. And that's what we're letting you know here, what matters at the Roundtable. Also here with me in the studio, co-host Milton Webb. Milton, how you doing?
I'm doing, Stan. What's
good,
up?
Good.
I want to give a shout out. It's my mother's birthday in 3 days. Happy birthday, Ma. We love you. It was a friend of mine's birthday. Just passed here this weekend. Bev Ann Lynch from Philadelphia, Bristol, PA. Get down, girl. I ain't forgot you and tell him your man will be home soon. That's my buddy, man. She's been my buddy all her life. She's across the street from me. She cool. But everybody, we sit here and we talk about this shutdown and everything else. We want you to understand. We fight for a living wage. That shutdown prohibits that. It makes people don't get a living wage. It makes people not getting paid. So we want them to know we're still in your corner. And one thing for sure, we are still, will, and always be fighting for you to make that money so you can live a living wage. And that's what we do. Our researches that we do on all of this stuff is stuff that we do. And we're not going to tell you anything that's wrong. If we say it, we looked into it. And that's what we're bringing to you. So don't think that we just sit here and talk and we don't know what we're talking about or what we're doing. We know exactly what we're saying. We know exactly what we're doing. And this shutdown has hurt a lot of people. And a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that this man is doing something wrong. And everybody's tiptoeing around him like they're walking on ice and it's really thin. Well, we're not going to tiptoe. That's not our style. We don't do that. We tell it like it is. All right? And he's messing up a lot of people's lives. Not only that, he's opening this door for people to come in here and do things to the United States. You trying to make the United States go into a war? Well, let me explain something to you. A man said once, if you open the door and you let a thief in your house, something will be missing when he leaves. All right? So you're opening the door, Mr. President, or Mr. Trump, however you want to look at it, because I just call him him. You opening the door and you letting the wolves in, and you got a bunch of chickens in here. All right? And they're all playing your tune. But when you open that door, you're standing behind the door so the wolves don't get you. But all those other chickens that's in there, about to get messed up. Then you swing around and close the door shut. All right, so what are you going to do when other people come here and try to take over the United States? Because one thing for sure, when we go to war this time, the United States ain't going to be the United States again. Not the way you know it.
I want to address some things that I went to YouTube and watched the United Nations, all of the representatives of every country, and that they was making a case about the United States going to war with Venezuela and this and that and that. And so the case that they was making, everybody had, and these was all different countries, and the case that they was making was they was telling to the United Nations and the faculties and everyone that according to the record, and history that we was doing things as out of a bully, as a bully. And I was watching this stuff and I was examining this, and they went into the history, okay? And now you can't beat the history because they're telling you, according to the record, this is what you did, okay? And that was recorded. And we looked at our representative, and he was itchy in his chair and itchy and this and that and that and that, you know, our ambassador. And you know why he couldn't say anything? Because they was right. And what they was doing was they was making a case in case we go to war with some other country, okay, as a bully, okay, as forcing will, authority, okay, upon someone else. The first thing they're going to do is they're going to reside to those transcripts. And that's what they was doing, okay? And this wasn't the superpowers, all right? China, Russia, you know, this wasn't Israel. This wasn't the superpowers that was doing that. These was the other countries, okay? The other countries are not superpowers like us. That's what they was making it, and they made the case, because I listened to everything. They made the case, and they made it for the record, okay? And I'm watching my ambassador, okay? My ambassador for the United States. I'm watching him, and it didn't look like he had nothing to back up what these people were saying. And this was all other countries. And they were saying, no, that's a sovereignty country. They got their own issues, just like we do. We have our own issues. We got almost 2 million people out of work. Okay? No money. They ain't getting no pay. Okay? They got 3 million people. So what, we a million short? Hey, we got our own problem. We don't need to be messing with other people, because the Bible says, a man that don't feed his own household is worse than the infidel. So how you gonna go across the street and try to feed somebody, or try to take some food to somebody, and you can't feed your own children? That was like the man that had $500,000 walking around in his briefcase, and he had 5 kids, and he didn't feed none of his kids. And you know, that's how they started child support. That's how they started. He was the first case. He had $500,000 in his briefcase, walking around, and he had 5 kids at home and wouldn't give them a dime. Okay? So he is worse than the infidel. Okay? That's what he is. And that's what the Bible says. And there's nothing higher than that. So how can you go to some other country and talk about they are hungry and starving, and we here ain't got jobs about to be put out? Some people already been put out on the snow. Some people had to go this, people had to do that. What? We in the same boat they're in. And we a rich country too. They're rich. We are rich too. What's happening here? You see? So what I'm trying to make to them, my argument is, listen, don't bite off nothing what you can't chew. Okay? If it's not broke, don't fix it. Okay? And that has nothing to do with us. We have our own problems. Okay? We have our own situation. We have our own people here that need. What happened? How come the government ain't open? It's almost going on 60 days. Okay? This is why are you running over there to someone else? We need to run and take care of our own business. I can't go feed someone else's child and my daughter is starving. I got to go take care of my daughter first. Okay? Then I can go take care of the next door neighbor's daughter. Okay, or someone else's child. But I got to take care of my own, because that's what the Bible says. Okay, So, and the argument that the whole United Nations made was against us by saying that we don't have the right to go and remove a president, okay? Because how about if they had came over here and try to remove him, our president, which we ourselves is saying, hey, listen, he's shutting the government down, he needs to be impeached. What are they saying? Okay? What if they did what you want to do?
Right.
Okay? You see what I'm saying?
How you looking at that?
There you go.
How you like it?
And you wouldn't like it.
You don't want nobody coming here stepping around in your backyard.
There you go.
Sticking their muddy feet in your swimming pool. You don't want that. So why are you doing it to somebody else?
And there's no law to do it. There's no
control.
law. See, because when they went to the United Nations, they're going with the Geneva Convention, okay? And they're governing all countries under the Geneva Convention to say that, you can't overstep someone else's sovereignty.
Right.
And that's what they address. And when they address that, they say, nope, you can't mess with them. Even though Russia and all the others, they bring in they ships and stuff and their planes over there, those are tactics.
Right.
They're trying to bait you to come or scare you or make you rise up and bold and this and that. They're trying to bait you into something so that once you get in it, then you not just messed up in one place, but you messed up with all of the countries around the table.
Right.
That big round table in United Nations. And so he should be saying, listen, I know what they're trying to do. Russia trying to bait me. Okay, I ain't gonna worry about them.
That's right.
I need to worry about over here. Okay, now if they want something from me, that's something different. Okay, then you got the right to say no, whatever. But you don't have to sell or buy. But to go over there out of your jurisdiction and to do that, sorry, that's a no-no. And then I'm looking at it, World War III.
That's what's coming.
Nobody will win this.
No.
Nobody will come out of this.
A winner.
Okay, a winner. Everybody is going because every superpower got all kind of different weapons. Okay? And they got all kind of different weapons, nuclear weapons that they're using to test it. Nobody's going to win this. Okay? And here's the catch. We can kill each other, but nobody's going to make no money. Nobody ain't going to eat.
You know, to destroy each other is because of an ego. To destroy each other because you want. All right? If y'all want to fight, go ahead and fight. Let the presidents go ahead and duke it out. That's what you are, the president of this country. So why are you sending somebody else to fight your fight? All right? And I understand why people go to war. Because the people that started ain't brave enough to get out there and do nothing about it, except for send somebody else to do it. Like Stanley said, that's a bully tactic. Okay, so you want to mess around here and get out here and you want to send some people over here to do this and to do that. Hey, why are you bullying these people? Because you can. Okay, Russia does something to the United States. The United States does something to Russia. Okay, then China get in it. Then North Korea gets in it. Then you get France in it. You get in Germany in it. You get in England. You getting all these people into these fights. And everybody is messing up each other's country.
That's right.
Okay? And ain't nobody winning nothing.
Nobody winning nothing.
And all of these presidents are going underground. Underground. Where they can't be touched. And then when they come up, the first thing they're going to say is, well, we did this. We did. Where you get that we stuff from? You was hiding.
That's right.
All right? All right? The presidents of countries are cowards because they don't want to fight. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're cowards. What I'm saying is you want to start something, but you don't want to do nothing about it. You want somebody else to hold the bag. You want somebody else to do this. You want somebody else to do that. Okay? So you ask yourself this question about the president. All right? The man. Y'all call him. I call him it. I'm talking about the Trump. All right? ask yourself this question here. He really want that wall built, or is that a smoke screen? Ask yourself that. Because the money he's talking about building that wall with, he can put out here, and all of the people in the United States can be well off.
Well, they had
Give them a living wage.
They had the money. The lockdown, this shutdown, they lost $200 million a day from all processed working money a day. And now it's way over 45 days. So they had the money. They had $6 billion, $7 billion. They had the money.
See, but the thing about that is, Stanley, when he was in office and he was running and he was talking about that wall, he was talking about Mexico was going to build the wall. Now all of a sudden we shut down because the wall's not being built. So what is that telling you? He lied.
Telling me that he wasn't trying to build. You wasn't trying to fort Mexico with the bill. You trying to fort us with the bill. And they keep going with taxes and all this taxes. And all of that taxes nonsense is a scam because there is no tax. And the Constitution is on the poll tax. That's what it is. That's what it is, poll tax.
Poll tax.
Poll tax, okay? You pay poll tax. And then it says Congress regulates this and that. And that's if they need to build bridges and stuff like that. Apparently, they don't need to build no bridges. So they are off the hinges themselves now by taxing all this stuff. You know what? It's about almost 2,000 taxes out there. Almost 2,000 or more taxes. They're taxing every. See, that ain't, none of that stuff ain't in the Constitution. That's why, you know, these organizations and they are corrupt and taking so much money and you know, because they make everything is a game. They make everything. Oh well, I could just make that. Well, I could. Look, so many people losing their jobs. This new thing that's out. They made this out called reduction in force. What is all this about? Why? Because when the people are out of work over 30 days, then they say their job can be taken. Their job can be replaced. Well, they don't have that position no more. RIF. You know, come on. What's up all of this? You know, this is to say reduction in force. Why? Because this is the way that they take people's work and try to gain something here. Okay? So now people can't even get ahead. They can't even get ahead. Forget about the middle class. They going for everyone now. So I'm looking at it like, you know, this is pre-planned, okay? Because Congress, the Democrats and the Republicans, they had 7 bills on the table, and all of a sudden they wanted to pass, and now none of them get passed, and everybody playing games over a war, and now it's about to be World War III over this nonsense because someone want to mess with someone else, want to oust another president, and we here is going through this same muck and mire. You know, this is ridiculous. You know, and my thing is, I didn't told the King of Kings, you know, because I talk to him on a regularly, and I don't talk to him like you do. I talk to him like, hey, listen, you know, these people are getting out of hand. And I told him, I said, he's got his arsenal. I seen what he can do. I said, you got your arsenal and you can stop this. I said, because you could blow fire, you could blow water, you could blow wind, you could blow stuff. You could do anything to stop this. I said, you need to come on out your arsenal because if you don't, when I see you, okay, this is what I said. When I see you, because we all going to see him behind this war, when I see you, I will tell you that, and you know, and I'm making my case now, like they made their case. And, you know, I'm making my case now, so he'll know that, because if it ain't time, then no, they shouldn't be doing it, okay? You know, rumors and all that, yeah, he said rumors of war, okay? But yeah, but it shouldn't be none because if it ain't the time, then you need to get in and stop it, okay? Now, I didn't see what you could do. Okay, we seen avalanches, earthquakes, we seen all kinds, we seen fire, I looked at a tornado with fire under it, and then fire went up in it. So, hey, I know what he could do. He could do anything, shut everybody down. Okay, so my thing is, don't let this happen after you didn't give us a job to do. That's what I'm telling him. See, and I'm not playing with the people and talking to the people that's got pride in their heart, like the devil, the enemy. That's what the devil had. Lucifer, pride. We ain't talking about these people. We talk about the King of Kings, okay? Like the prophets talk to him. This is how I talk to him, okay? And we are for the people, okay? Because we trying to help people. And then I found out what that word help means. It also means it's and so now I'm watching out how I use the word. Because it also say surrender, arrest. You can arrest somebody by helping them.
Yeah.
And so he can do that as well.
Right.
But I told him that, listen, this is what we do. You know, and look, see, my thing is, I don't want people to get hurt. We don't want people to get hurt. We want to make sure people live, okay, and prosper. And it's the only way you can tell what the King of Kings have done is that you got to do it. It's got to happen. If it don't happen, you can't say nothing. And that's what I tell them all the time. Can't say nothing. You don't do nothing, I can't say nothing. And that's how we get it done, you know. So we want to let you know, the United Nations might get this. But if they do, we're telling them we are peace and we live here in the United States. So this is what we want here, okay? And we are the ambassadors of the King of Kings, of Jesus Cristo. That's who we are.
That's right.
The ambassadors. Good night. See you next week.
Put up the gun and make we farm up the ground. You know see from what here, too much blood a run. Put up the gun and make we farm up the ground. Them say global recession so food Africa in a ground. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Me have to return to St. Anne's and left Kingston. When you plant a new crop, the world start clap. All human beings start embrace that. There is no solution in this pollution. Them only mission is to create era done. Then after election, them cut them one. Get a youth, take this message from this Rasta man. I and I study. Put up the gun and make we farm up the ground. You know see from what here, too much blood a run. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Them say global recession so food Africa in a ground. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Me have to return to St. Anne's and left Kingston.